workers. Well, President Trump is raising questions about a video showing an altercation between a protester and Buffalo police. In a tweet today, the president says, quote, "The Buffalo protester shoved by police could be an Antifa provocateur." He was referring to 75-year-old Martin Gugino, saying he was pushed away after, quote, "appearing to scan police communications to block out the equipment." And new details are now emerging in that story. As One America's Pearson Sharp explains, even other protesters say that they thought he was trying to provoke police.
75-year-old Martin Gugino is suddenly at the center of a controversy no one expected. Last Thursday, June 4th, Gugino was at a protest in Buffalo, New York, when he was filmed apparently confronting police and was then knocked to the ground when he refused to move. The video sparked cries of police brutality. But is there more to it than just that? Apparently quite a bit. OAN has covered this topic before, with even President Trump relying on our reports, and we can assure you that the information we're reporting on is accurate. For starters, despite his age, there's substantial evidence that Martin Gugino was an enthusiastic provocateur for the radical left who frequently went out of his way to confront or harass the police. He pushed for progressive causes, including fighting climate change, and official records show he was arrested at least 4 times in the past. Far from the kindly old man that many in the media are describing him as, his personal Twitter account is riddled with anti-police statements, including the sentiment, "F the police." His Twitter account is suspiciously no longer available. He had a reputation in the town as being someone who caused trouble, and even the mayor of Buffalo, Byron Brown, a Democrat, called him an agitator and a key and major instigator for those involved in the looting of the city. And video before he confronted the police shows even other protesters were upset by his presence, saying that he appeared to be there for fun and claimed that Martin was looking to get punched in the face.
Yeah, what's going on here? Fill me in. I was just crying. Yeah. No.
And I think he's looking to get punched in the face. That's what it is.
Going beyond that, Martin appears to have ties to Antifa, the violent terrorist group responsible for attacking innocent civilians at events around the nation. Martin was active in anarchy groups and even posted and contributed to an anarchist reading group. He was also active in the Flying Squirrel community space, a group for anarchists that was promoting an upcoming event called the Institute for Advanced Troublemaking, an anarchist summer school. The event featured the logo for Antifa. It's not clear what he hoped to accomplish by confronting police, refusing orders to move, and violating the curfew in the area. But some have suggested he may have been using something called a capture scanner. A capture scanner is designed to skim microphones to capture police communications and is a common tactic used by Antifa to keep track of where the police are. It's not certain that this is what Martin intended to do, but in the video, you can clearly see him waving his phone over the officers' chests, which is exactly what you do if you were using a capture scanner. So, to summarize, police had already asked protesters to clear the area. They were on edge. They told him to get out of the way, and yet he continued advancing towards them. At best, his motives seem suspect. It's also worth mentioning that police are trained to react with force when they see someone reaching towards them, especially towards their waist, where they keep their guns, which is exactly what Martin did. As a result of the encounter, 2 Buffalo police officers have been charged with felony assault and suspended. In response, the entire 57-member emergency response team of police members resigned their posts in solidarity with the 2 officers. A message from the president of the Buffalo Police Union said it was despicable how the police were being treated and that they were being effed over like he has never seen in his 54 years. The media has been quick to blame the police in this case, but there's obviously a lot more going on here than the news networks and social media would have you believe. We need to wait for a full investigation because there are simply too many pieces to this story that just don't add up. One American News will be following this story closely, and we'll keep you updated as new information comes to light.